Welcome back. Right, we're now live. We've finished the items, we've finished questions of staff. Now we're into general discussion amongst councillors. Mayor? Mayor is happy to move. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Schuler is happy to second. Mayor, do you wish to speak?
Yeah, look, with this development, we've got a number of developments that are on our border with our friends from the Western Bay District Council. I think we've got to take a pretty hard stand because Tauranga City ratepayers have subsidised growth in the Western Bay and subsidised Western Bay residents for a long time. So whenever we do have these developments, we've got to make sure that we look after our ratepayers and that those people on the border are paying their fair share where they use our facilities and amenities. And I hope that is a view that is supported by the council because we've agreed around growth pays for growth. We've agreed about paying our fair share. And so, in those specific projects, I think we've got to push pretty hard to ensure that not only do we receive the DCs that are required, but we also get a share of rates which corresponds to the upkeep of our facilities and the use of those facilities going forward.
Councillor Schuler, do you wish to speak?
Yeah, no, simply I just agree with the Mayor. I think, this is it seems odd that on one side of the road is Tauranga, the other side of the road is Western Bay. It's a fact and a reality, but the people on that other side of the road are effectively Tauranga City residents, and they will be using all of the amenity that we provide for the community, that's there now and that we're committed to delivering in the future. So hopefully we can work well with our neighbours to make sure that everyone in the region benefits, but our city doesn't have to subsidise. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor?
I think as well, just in terms of the whole resolution, I think it's important that we are acknowledging that where we're planning for a certain type of growth but not always getting it, and we need to be aware that where there are trends that aren't necessarily going the way that they're expected to, we need to make sure we put whatever policies we can in place to influence the way we think our city should be being developed. I 100% agree that we need to put costs where they lie, and I think it's just in terms of this is really good information for us as council to be considering when we're looking at what is the best city in New Zealand look like and what do we need to do in terms of influencing policy and decisions about future developments that enable us to be the best city in New Zealand.
Councillor Crowther?
Yeah, I'd strongly echo Deputy Mayor's thoughts on that, and I would suggest that this paints quite a complex picture of our situation around growth, and part of it will be sort of temporary, but part of it will be potentially what we have to deal with in the future. And one of the things just for this 1 year is that Western Bay's new lots were higher than Tauranga City Council for the first time, than Tauranga City. So that's quite a, that would not have been imagined at all up until now, I would have thought. Another thing is that only 38% of the new lots were created in the greenfield urban growth areas. Again, that's sort of, there are trends and counter trends here, and I would just suggest that in that context we've got things like lower duplex numbers and apartment numbers and things like this running in different, year by year it all changes, and I think we have to be really on top of our game to firstly get to understand what's going on, and secondly to come up with a robust set of policies, and that obviously has to be once we get clarity around developer agreements and developer levies. So I just think this needs to be right at front and centre of all our discussions.
Any other comments? I'd just like to thank the staff for both the report and for this submission. Well done, well written. We definitely have a lot on our plate and a lot going forward. I now put the motion to the floor. All those in favour say aye. Against? That is carried. It now being 12:37, I suggest we adjourn for lunch. We'll take a half-hour break and we'll see everyone back here at 1:10 past 1. We've adjourned for lunch.